You're listening to the official podcast of Bloodstock Open Air Festival. Bloodstock Radio.
Into this world we're born as one people. No prejudice. prejudice, no scorn. As history is now repeated, hope for the future is defeated. As the blood runs red, we are as one, we be the same. As the blood runs red, blood runs red, blood runs red. Blood runs red. Blood runs red.
Bloodstock Radio.
Yes, indeed. This is podcast number 38 of Bloodstock Radio, the official podcast of the Bloodstock Open Air Festival. And we opened you up there with a song called Bleed the Same, and that is from Memoriam's fantastic new album, The Silent Vigil, that was released this week via Nuclear Blast Records. And they will, of course, be joining us at Bloodstock 2018. And indeed, tonight's show is almost all about the bands that will be joining us at Catton Park later in the year, as we had another 6 bands announced on Tuesday. So tonight we're going to bring you music from 4 of those bands, along with interviews with 2 of them. And we've also got an exclusive first airplay of the first official release from Metal to the Masses Wolverhampton 2017 winners Ashen Crown, along with a little catch-up chat with them as well. So let's get going with all that. We've just got one Metal to the Masses update for you tonight. So let's hear from June covering the Devon and Cornwall heats, and then we'll be talking to the first of those newly announced bands, namely Reprisal. My name is Squatter, and this is Bloodstock Radio.
Metal to the Masses update.
Okay folks, this is June reporting for the Metal to the Masses, Cornwall and Devon area. There's a couple of updates for you this week. A band in the week 1, Heat 4 with Stealth Moose taking second place. Well done guys. And in Heat 5, the winners were Kernuke with Godstone coming in at second place. Well done to both bands there as well. And that leaves us with one more heat to go here at Cornwall and Devon, Metal to the Masses at Livewire. And the bands to battle it out for first and second place are Six Sins Till Sunday, Cybernetic Witch Cult and Forgotten Sin. That happens on the 17th of April at Livewire in Saltash. Doors open at 7 p.m, battle commences at 7:30. So get yourself down to Livewire, support your local music, and we'll catch you there. Bye for now.
Band announcements.
Okay, this is Squatter on Bloodstock Radio, and we had some announcements this week, and we're going to have a catch-up with one of those bands now. It's Ollie from Reprisal. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks, dude. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm delighted to see you guys announced. You must be buzzing.
Yeah, times whatever you feel, times that by about 1 million, and you probably got where I'm at today.
Yeah. Excellent, that's cool. So we had a chat to you on the podcast a few weeks ago, podcast 35, the Bloodshot Dawn tour that you guys were on, and we played that a few weeks ago. So obviously you played Bloodstock a few times before and that lot, but you must be like mega excited about going back and doing it again.
Oh yeah, man, totally. Yeah, I mean we played in 2014 on the New Blood, having done the Metal to the Masses, which was an incredible experience. Then we've at least a couple of us are usually there almost every year anyway as punters. So we've been, over the years many times. And then we played part of Andrew O'Neill's band for his comedy show on the New Blood stage again in 2016, I believe.
Yeah, so you're going up a bit to the big old Sophie stage, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it's an incredible feeling. And I've watched so many amazing bands on that stage alone, let alone the main stage. About friends bands, like Aghast, I think that was the year we played New Blood stage. I mentioned Aghast played the Sophie stage, and that was just, I could see how much that did for them and how much they enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, I was with Gattaca last weekend, who played their final gig last weekend. They played that. Yeah. They played that year as well. They were on. There was a little sort of slot. I think it was Balls Deep, then Gattaca, then Incinerary, and then Cambion played, and I think Aghast as well. It was all a sort of really, all bands that had sort of come up from the New Blood in that little sort of section. And
absolutely,
that is different. That is what Bloodstock do, isn't it? They do push the bands up.
Totally. Yeah. It's great to see. I think, King Leviathan are playing this year, and we gig with them a few times. They're good mates. Yeah. So really pleased for them that they've got a slot on the Sophie stage as well. So I can't wait for it. And I mean, I was almost about to buy my ticket to go anyway. Yeah. Just I always kind of, there's so many festivals on. Bloodstock's always pretty much a dead cert, but I'm usually very late to make any decision. Yeah. So I missed out on the Testament gig, the London one coming up, because I just left it too late. That sold out, and then get that confirmed, I was like, I'm actually going to Bloodstock as well, which is great.
Yeah, cool.
And then just to see Priest headline on the Friday is going to be something special.
Yeah,
probably be having played on the day and then watching them will probably be just a wreck by the end.
So basically, you're supporting Judas Priest, is what you're saying.
I think that's how we're going to market it.
Absolutely, you should. That's the way I always tell bands to market it. We had Ward 16 played. I think they were the first band on the Saturday last year, and they claimed that Amon Amarth were their warm-up act from headlining on the Friday night. So if they can do that, then that's fine with us.
And that's what I love about the festival as well, is that it has that. Even though there are separate stages, the vibe it has, it does feel like the stages kind of feed off each other more so than, at some festivals it feels like it's very segregated, like the different stages, and people just go to one particular one and sort of camp out there. But people are always coming and going, so it does feel nicely integrated and everything. So really looking forward to it.
And cool, and you're also buzzing because you got your new album coming out, None Survive the Sun's out this weekend, yeah?
Yeah, it's out this Friday, 30th of March, via Hostile Media. And it's just been stressful, that from the conception of the album right up to promotion of it and announcing it, and all, it's the most work we've ever had to do on our stuff. So it can be stressful at times, but it's already like I'm just starting to enjoy it now. Really, like hopefully people are going to enjoy the record and hear us sort of trying a few new things with our sound, while still definitely. Keeping our sort of core, the elements that make up our sound. We haven't done anything radical to it. We've just kind of expanded and just had just trying a few little things out that are different to before. So
yeah, well, I think having seen you guys a few times over the years now, and having had the album for a few weeks now, it is excellent. It's really good. I've been listening to it a lot in the car, and it's
good, man.
Yeah, no, it's ace. It's really, really good. I'm absolutely gutted that I'm away this weekend because I have the Dev on my calendar for Friday night, because you've got a launch show with Seprivation, who I also love, and a Greek band called Domination coming over as well. Yeah,
indeed. Yeah, I think Seprivation are great lads. We played with them. We did a tour with them a couple of years back, and played with them a few times. So I really looking forward to catching up with them. And then Domination. Actually, we've got them on the show. It turns out they're doing a full UK tour. So their appearance at our show is like the beginning of their UK run.
Oh, excellent!
So it'd be good to have them on.
And the Dev's always a good night as well. Even when there's no bands on, it's always a good night in the Dev. But nice compact little space, and it's a free one as well, isn't it?
Yep, free entry. I think the doors are at 7. The bands will be starting soon after that. So, anybody into the thrash or death metal would be foolish to miss it this Friday if they're available in London at all.
I would definitely recommend it. And I'm gutted that I won't be there on Friday, but I will definitely be seeing you at Bloodstock, and we'll have a chat there as well, mate. So, congratulations.
Yeah, man, that sounds brilliant. I look forward to seeing you Bloodstock, if not before. And cheers.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to finish off with a song. We played Nafila a few weeks ago when we had you on before. We'll choose a different track from the album. I think we're going to go for Hammer of Light. So, yes, that was Ollie from Reprisal. So let's hear Hammer of Light.
Hi, this is Vog from Decapitated, and you are listening to Bloodstock Radio.
Okay, that was the awesome Reprisal there with Hammer of Light from their brand new album None Survive the Sun, which is out tomorrow via Hostile Media and available via reprisal.bandcamp.com, and it is absolutely awesome. I recommend you get that. And I also recommend that you get to the Dev in Camden tomorrow night for the album launch if you can. I'm massively looking forward to seeing these guys play on the Sophie stage on the Friday at Bloodstock 2018. Okay, so we'll be back with a few more of the bands who were announced this week later in the show, but next up we're going to jump back to Bloodstock 2017, as next up we've got a chat with Ashen Crown, who played on the New Blood stage as the Wolverhampton Metal to the Masses winners, and who have absolutely skyrocketed since. We've got an exclusive first airplay of their first ever release coming up shortly, but first of all I caught up with the band a couple of weeks ago when they supported Chrysler in Northampton, and for those of you who have translator pods fitted, you might want to set them to Wolverhampton for the next 10 minutes, yeah? Yeah, I'm alright, kid.
Band chat.
Okay, this is Squatter on Bloodstock Radio, and next up we're having to catch up with the guys from Ashen Crown. How are we doing, guys?
Very good, thank you. Good to see you.
Cool, so we were just chatting before this, and you guys have been going 14 months, and it's been quite a 14 months. So if I'd have told you when you first started out that you would have played Bloodstock and supported the likes of Obituary and King Parrot and stuff like that, you'd have told me to, go away.
Yeah, jog on, mate. I'd have been like, no, he's talking gas, mate.
It would have seemed pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty unlikely.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, mate, to be honest, yeah.
So I can remember, I think, was it the day after you'd won your final, we had a chat, didn't we?
Uprising, man, yeah.
Uprising, yeah.
I remember it well, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I wanted to do it on my own, yeah.
Well, so rewind us back to that then, because obviously we are Bloodstock. We'll talk about the Metal to the Masses experience and that. So you won the Wolverhampton one.
Wolverhampton, yeah, with Matt and Nick at Mayhem. Entered it pretty much just for experience, really, networking, build on. Fresh band, I think we entered on our second gig. Third gig was the semi-final. Fourth gig was the final and we won it. No expectation, no ego about it, just went in purely, like I say, experience, networking,
Have a good time.
Have a good time, mate, enjoy it. I'd entered it, me and Jay had entered it in previous bands, so we know the crack with it, it's a great platform for all bands, really. And, ended up winning it and landed a place at Bloodstock last year. It was crazy.
Yeah, well, I saw you a few times throughout the weekend, most famously with Logan on your shoulders during Megadeth, which was ace.
Megadeth, mate, front row for Megadeth, yeah, brilliant, mate, yeah. It was a great time, man, absolutely storming weekend.
Main stage for Testament, didn't you?
Yeah, we snuck onto the main stage. We didn't really know that we weren't allowed on there. We just had these artist passes. We thought we'd go and watch Testament on the main stage. Walked on, and after like 2 songs we thought we'd better go back into the crowd, so we went back out, and as we walked out the guy was like, mate, you're not allowed back there. We were like, oh crap.
Thank you.
We've done it.
Cheers,
now.
mate. See you.
So how did the set go at Bloodstock, and what your main memories of it? Was it one of those all over in a flash type things, or
Viking rowing?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I remember carrying my pedal board on, looking out at the crowd and going, right, the guys that were watching that last band, they're not actually going.
In fact, more people are coming.
And then more people started coming in, and we were like, shit. And then, next thing you know, the tent was absolutely rammed out by the bins. We'd got a huge circle pit kicking off, which then developed into a Viking row, which was Jag and Harris that started that, I think.
Yeah.
But and it was just like a fairy tale, mate. That was I don't think we'd even played 10 gigs.
No.
And we were playing a packed out New Blood stage with mosh pits going absolutely crazy.
I'm still getting over it. I'm still going.
Yeah, every time I watch the video back, man, I'm just like, oh my life. That was just immense.
Every few days, shit, we play Bloodstock.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and so we always see it as a springboard for bands. It's not the end of the road. It's obviously things. So obviously, we mentioned the gigs that you've got. That's obviously with the backing of sort of We Played Bloodstock.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it was. A
few of the guys from Amplified were in the crowd.
Yep.
Literally the week after, got the guys from Amplified messaging us. Can you play Amplified? And we were like, shit, man, it's like We're playing festivals next year now. It's like, what the hell? It's literally has just been a roller coaster.
Is that AD warming up?
Yes. Yep.
But yeah,
AD, shut the fuck up! We're doing an interview, mate. I thought it was a Go Compare bloke. That's AD from Chrysler. Yeah, cheers for that, mate. Thanks. So you got obviously amplified on the back of that.
Yeah, amplified. Tonight playing with Northampton, playing with Crystal in Northampton. Phil actually saw us at Bloodstock as well. So we're getting gigs off that. People are like, the press that's sort of picked up on our name and stuff like that. It's a massive opportunity, and people are just, I don't know.
It's put us in touch with
a bit
promoters,
of a
and it put us in the spotlight. And we've had some of the support slots. We supported Memoriam in Birmingham, and they're at Bloodstock this year on main stage. They give us the opportunity to open for them in December. We opened for Obituary last week in Birmingham through Surprise You're Dead, and again, it's just the promoters that are listening to the name off the back of what we've done, and Bloodstock was the springboard for all of that for us, really.
It's put our name out there. Yeah. Well, I mean, without the Metal to the Masses thing, I think we'd still be playing pubs and clubs and things like that. So it's actually put us in a position.
We seem to have skipped the playing to 6 people in the Dog and Duck. It's like first gig was the O2 Institute. 12 months later, we're playing the same venue, supporting Obituary to like a packed house, and it's just been an unbelievable ride.
Just snowballed.
Yeah.
That King Parrot gig in Coventry was some gig as well, wasn't it?
That was absolutely off the wall.
And again, that was through Metal to the Masses, because we played the warm-up gig in Coventry, and it was the guys that saw us for that, kept us in mind as soon as King Parrot came round. Then we got on that with Dead Hands, didn't we? So it's awesome. Getzko as well. So
there you go. So 14 months in, where the hell are we going from here then? So you got some new music coming out anyway?
Yeah, I mean, that again, linked to Bloodstock. It was part of our winners prize. We got a Danish studio at Rabanus, so we went down there, laid all the tracks down, and then we've got over some time, we've had it mixed and stuff like that to try and get it bang on how we want it. That is now ready for release, obviously.
We've got a video to go with it as well.
And the video should be coming out in the next few weeks as well. So
and that's it. And then hopefully we'll be recording an EP, and again, that should be through one of the other prizes from Metal to the Masses. So that will get us more tracks out there, and hopefully it'll attract some more gigs for us.
So like the stepping stones
keeps
on giving.
That's because not all the regions do it. Obviously, we have different prizes of different regions, but I think that there's people don't sort of realise that. They just sort of think, oh, we're just entering this to literally get to Bloodstock. But as I say, Mick down in London does a lot. He has like guitar competitions and things like that, and I say
it's not PMC vouchers, didn't we, as well?
PMC, so I got some drum bits, but it's not even the winning of it. It's even just the participation, the people that you meet along the way. For us, that's why we entered it, to meet the promoters, to meet the other bands, meet the photographers, we've had so many different things from it. Yes, we got some prizes for winning it, but it was along the route that we met most of these people, and just winning it topped it all off, really.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely using the springboard that we have provided you with at Bloodstock. I think that's clearly fair to say. So so all sounds good. So let's have a listen to the new track then. So Steve, you can introduce that for us. Thanks for having a chat, and good luck for the rest of 2018. What else you got coming up? Actually, before we do that, you got a few others, haven't you?
We're playing Manifest in Bradford with Evil, Zentrix, Memoriam again, Tent and Slug, Bloodstock favourite, Metal to the Masses winners. I think it was last year or year before.
2016.
Ireland,
Valafar.
Lads in Valafar.
Metal to the Masses this year in one.
I think they've just gone into. Oh man, which one have they gone into? Is it Nottingham or Wrexham maybe, or somewhere up north? I can't remember exactly, but I know they've entered this year.
Nottingham and Wrexham up north. They're just like nowhere near each other, mate.
I'm a Midlander, and I. North of Wolverhampton, mate. So good luck to those guys in that, man.
I know. What else you got?
Amplified. We're playing with Shrapnel in Manchester
through Badger Promotions again. Links with Metal to the Masses.
Cool.
Then the EP. We're trying to really concentrate on the EP like next month, hopefully. So we've got got
a couple for next year, but we can't say yet, can we?
We've got some really tasty gigs for next year that we can't say anything about at all. But look out for those because that'll be amazing.
Okay, cool. Well, never mind about those exclusives because we've got the exclusive airplay this, so that's good.
Totally, mate. Wouldn't have been any other way, mate.
Cool. So tell us a bit about the track, and then you can introduce it for us.
Yeah, basically recorded this, like I say, part of our winner's prize. So yeah, this is our debut single, Fall of Thine Eyes.
Oi, oi, this is Crusher, and you're listening to Bloodstock Radio. It rocks hard, it rocks heavy, and most of all, it rocks animal.
Okay, so that was the fantastic new track from Ashen Crown there, and they've got the video for that coming out very soon, so look out for that. And I think they illustrate perfectly where you can get from being involved in our Metal to the Masses campaign, so well done to them. Okay, very shortly we'll be chatting to another of the bands that were announced for 2018 this week, but just before we go to that, I will let you know about a fun little competition we've got starting up tomorrow morning over on the Bloodstock website. There are 8 Easter eggs hidden around the website, and if you can find them all, then you could be in with a chance of winning one of 3 pairs of Bloodstock 2018 weekend tickets, complete with camping. It all kicks off tomorrow morning, that's Good Friday at 8 a.m, and runs right through the weekend until 8 p.m. on Easter Monday, and you can find out all about it by visiting www.bloodstock.uk.com/news. Good luck with that for anyone that enters. Okay, next up, I was delighted to see that Onslaught were announced for Bloodstock 2018 this week. So, very late last night, I pulled into a lay-by on the M1 to give my dear friend Cy Keeler a ring to have a quick catch-up about all things Onslaught, and here it is. That's a true story, by the way. Rock and roll lifestyle, my arse.
Band announcements.
Okay, so next up, we are having a chat with another band that's been announced this week. We had a chat with Ollie from Reprisal earlier in the show. And next up, we're having a chat to the legend that is Cy Keeler from Onslaught. How are you, mate?
Hello there. I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I am marvellous. Yeah, excellent. So, excellent. We had 6 bands announced this week, and Onslaught was one of them. So you must be really pleased about that.
Yes. To play Bloodstock is always a huge pleasure, and as I say way too often, Bloodstock is the best festival, probably the best festival in Europe, definitely from me. I mean, there are lots of them now, but and I played a fair few of them. But I'm coming home to Bloodstock.
Yes, excellent. So last time you played, I think it was 2015. I seem to remember on the Sophie stage, yeah.
On the Sophie stage, yeah, that was a great show, packed tent, and we really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's going to be good. And you joined the team last year as well as an announcer.
I did. Yes, I did indeed. Rob Bannister was kind enough to ask me. What a great time I had. It was hard work. It's really hard work. So, running around stage to stage, and I was fitting in people who could make various slots. A darn good time.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? A lot of people thought, oh my God, you work for Bloodstock, that must be great fun. But it is hard work. It is actually a working weekend for most of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we don't work as hard as the crew.
No.
It has to be said. But we do a fair few miles. I think Rob wore one of these little pedometer things last year, and I think he did he walked about 8 miles on the Saturday or something in total. Incredible.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. So, and I do have to say a personal thank you to you as well, because you were unofficial vocal coach for me, because my voice was a little bit knackered on the Friday after party and a bit too much on the Thursday, and you gave me some nice bits of advice there. And
always happy to help.
Yes.
Always happy to help. Yeah, I know exactly what it's like. You know, especially after last year as well. You're talking all day, and then for me, I would go and do announcements and put on the demon voice to do the announcements, and talking is actually a darn sight harder and a darn sight more hard wearing on the throat than singing is.
Yeah, well, when we did it the first year, the Bloodstock TV in 2016, we just went a little bit mad wild. We interviewed 78 bands, so I hadn't even thought about my voice going, and then realised by sort of like afternoon Saturday that it was really struggling, and by Sunday, if you watch some of the interviews back now, I'm croaky. So 2017 went a little bit better. Vocal Zone T helped quite a lot, and some of your advice as well about some of those things. So thank you very much for that, and I will definitely be better prepared this year.
Cool. and more advice, of course, if you need it. Yeah,
cool. So I also see mention there's possibly might be a new album coming out maybe towards the end of the year or around thereabouts.
Yes, one would hope so. Tentatively end of the year. Of course, with Christmas etc. getting in the way, nobody likes to release albums before Christmas. Certainly, labels don't really like to release albums before Christmas. So we see how things go. But a new album is underway. Let's say we've demoed a couple of tracks, and it's sounding pretty good. I'm not going to give anyone any ideas as to what it's going to sound like until we premiere a new song at Bloodstock.
Ah, that's going to be good then. That'll be nice and special. And we'll try to have a chat to you at the festival as well, Bloodstock TV, and you can come and sit on our sofas and have a catch up there as well, and take the weight off your feet by the saying. So if you're working as well, then you can definitely have a bit of a sit down and chat to us.
Excellent. I look forward to it very much.
Cool, excellent. Right, well, cheers for chatting to us, Si, and we're going to finish off with one of my favourite little songs, the one with all the sixes in. So, cheers for chatting to us, and if you could just introduce that for us, then that'd be great.
Of course I will. This is the Mighty Onslaught. 6, 6, fucking 6.
Fucking 6.
Hey, this is Abby from X Method in California, USA, and you're listening to the best Bloodstock Radio.
That was the fantastic Onslaught there, with the very lovely Cy Keeler having a chat to us beforehand. I can't wait to see them back at Bloodstock again. And I'll try not to break my arm in their mosh pit this time. That's another true story, but it was actually the lamest mosh pit accident ever, so I will leave it there, I think. Anyway, that's us just about done for tonight, but before we go, I should mention the other bands that were announced this week, along with Onslaught and Reprisal, who we heard from earlier. We also had De Profundis and Feed the Rhino, and we're going to finish off the show with some music from the other two, namely Uncured from New York, with a song called Opium Den. And first up, we'll hear the Japanese band Love Bites. And I have to say, when I was told that we were adding an all-female Japanese band to the festival, I did not expect them to sound like this. This is a song called Scream For Me from their latest album, Awakening From Abyss. And we'll be back next week on Bloodstock Radio.
Bloodstock Radio.
Thinking
the fans, for the fans. Bloodstock Radio.